Howdy guys, Cub here. Welcome to Snapshot 18w19a. Before I get to today's changes, just want to make a quick note about if you play snapshots yourself. If you play snapshots yourself and have created a snapshot world to play on, do not open this week's snapshot 18w19a in your world because it's not compatible. It'll mess up your world and you won't be able to play on that world anymore. So if you've opened a snapshot previously, don't upgrade to this snapshot this week. There may be a path in the future to upgrade your world, but yeah, don't do it this week because there will be problems. So now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get on with this week's changes. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get into the changes this week. First of all, the turtle egg texture has now been changed. You can see it's now much more similar to the chicken egg texture, just with some green speckles on it. There's also a new feature with water this week, and that is that all undead mobs will now sink. So if I go ahead and spawn in a skeleton, or a zombie pigman, or a wither skeleton, you'll see they all slowly sink to the bottom. And these undead mobs will also not drown. So you can see some of these guys have been down here for a while now, and the undead mobs do not drown. They just sort of like roam the ocean bottom nowadays. So that's pretty cool. So you might wonder, is the wither affected by this mob sinking rule? And the answer is that yes, it is. However, it can easily fly out of the water relatively quickly, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference here. So yeah, you can see it just popped right out of the water there. So although they do sink slowly, it doesn't make much of an effect on the wither boss. Another undead mob that sinks in water is the skeleton horse, and because of this, you can actually now ride skeleton horses underwater. So I can just demonstrate this here. If I just ride this skeleton horse directly into the water, yeah, you can see, yeah, I'm actually riding it underneath of the water, and everything is still going fine. I can actually see if I can make it over to this other side. However, you do still lose breath, so you still have to make it up to the surface, but yeah, you can simply ride the skeleton horses underwater. And let's see, I might make this. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, so there we go. We just rode the skeleton horse across this entire span of water right here. So that is pretty interesting. Skeleton horses can now be ridden underwater. Another new feature this week is that the Heart of the Sea can now be found in survival. So the Heart of the Sea is now found in treasure chests. So here is one such treasure chest. And there is the Heart of the Sea right there. And of course, this can be used to craft the conduit block by using a Heart of the Sea surrounded by 8 nautilus shells, which you can get from drowned zombies. And there you have it. There is the conduit block. Speaking of conduits, the conduits now have new sounds this week. If we get real close, you can hear what sounds almost like a beating heart, kind of. There are also new sounds for the beacon this week. So there you go, new sounds for the beacon. One useful utility this week is the ability to now copy the seed into chat. So if I go ahead and do /seed, you'll see now when I type in the seed, it shows up as this number. If I click this number, it copies it into chat, and I can relay the seed to whoever else would be in the world. So that's a fairly useful feature as well. Another interesting effect, and something new with dolphins, is that dolphins will now actually follow you when you swim. So you can see they're now following me. And I actually get what's called the Dolphins Grace effect, as you can see right here. So Dolphins Grace right up there. And that actually allows the player to swim faster when next to dolphins. So I'll just show you one more time here. There we go. Yep, dolphins are boosting my swimming speed, and when I stop swimming, they stop following me. Another new feature this week is that seagrass can now generate in underwater caves. So you can see that right here, seagrass in underwater caves. However, it looks like the underwater caves themselves still have some issues with generation and properly filling the entire cave with water. So that is seagrass in underwater caves. Another exciting feature this week is the buffet world type has gotten a new customization generator, and that is the caves world generator. So if we go ahead and do caves, let's do swamp caves. Yeah, swamp cave sounds good. Let's go ahead and create a new world here and hopefully see some swamp caves. So guys, here we have it, the buffet world type with cave generation, and of course we're in the swamp biome, which is why the water looks kind of murky. And it's very, very dark in here. Obviously we're in a giant cave system, so yeah, I had to put on night vision so we can see things. We can see all the mobs spawning down here. Pretty interesting world type and pretty awesome new cave generation type. And presumably they'll be adding more stuff to this buffet world type in the near future. In fact, Professor Mobius has actually hinted that they will be adding the ability to select multiple biomes in the buffet world type very, very soon. So that is very exciting. It's actually possible right now, but you have to go in and edit some of the stuff yourself. There were also a ton of important bug fixes this week, but the most probably relevant to survival is that experience will now float in water. So if I just go ahead and toss in a couple of bottles of experience down here and then take a look at the experience, you'll see the experience now floats up through the water instead of sinking to the bottom. So this is very consistent now with the items floating in water as well. So that is pretty cool. There were also a bunch of other bug fixes. I'll leave a changelog in the description so you guys can check those out if you want to. But for now, guys, that is going to be it for me today from Snapshot 18w19a. As always, please leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for more great Snapshot videos like this. Thanks so much for watching, guys. This has been Cub. Goodbye.